Hey everybody, it's Safi and Marco Dish Out on Movies, the only movie review show on YouTube to review movies in terms of food. It's just Marco here once again, and I am doing a lot better. It's just as soon as I stopped that drug I was taking, I've like skyrocketed back to close to normal-ish, like it's really funny because it just shows how much that drug was really doing to me. It was really elevating my anxiety and everything, and so I am doing a lot better today. Still doing pretty crappy in some regards, but still a lot better than the past couple of days. So I wanted to do kind of like a fun commentary just because I haven't really been doing as many videos as I'd like to. I'm going to be commentating over Cat in the Hat. This is the shitty Mike Myers movie, Cat in the Hat. To give you guys a little background, when I was a kid, I really liked Dr. Seuss. I would go to the library and get this computer game. I don't know what it was like. They had all these weird computer games at the library that were in these weird sleeves. They had it was a really weird bag thing, and they were all hanging it was at the laundromat, with a bunch of clothes on a clothes rack. And I would play this Dr. Seuss game a lot. It was a lot of fun. It was really light and just, I don't know, it was a great kids game though. And I heavily enjoyed it. And then I watched this movie and, I think this movie came out when I was in preschool, and it's funny because I'll show you guys in my scrapbook, one of my scrapbooks, I got a Cat in the Hat Valentine, back when they made movie-themed Valentine's cards for the kids, and I just thought this movie was atrocious. You look at the cover, just the cover alone looks like shit. You can tell, honestly, when you make a movie, there's gotta be a point where the people making this crap looked at it and said, wow, we made something that was really, really bad. We didn't just make a fun kids movie. We're making garbage. And, Mike Myers as Cat in the Hat is probably one of the worst casting choices in all of movie and TV show history. It is literally that bad because it just sticks out like a sore thumb. Look, I know he was good in Shrek, but just because he's good at being Shrek doesn't mean he's Cat in the Hat, And the Cat in the Hat story itself, I don't know if it could have ever made a good full-length movie. For some reason, it's a short little story, it's a cute little thing. It's not meant to be an hour and 20-minute movie, in my opinion. I know that's kind of controversial. Maybe you guys disagree, but I gotta say. And then also, I'd like to say, I did have a Cat in the Hat toy, so that was my one big thing that I had besides this movie. And, yeah, let's get started. I also think that maybe one of the reasons why I was really hot-tempered towards Dakota Fanning and The Alienist, because I think that's the only other thing that I've seen with her in it, and then also that crappy War of the Worlds movie. But I think it was because of this movie, just because of how much damage this movie did to me as a child. This movie is all about a rainy day. And it's funny because the movie feels like a rainy day movie. It does, even though it has all these bright colors and shit, it feels like the epitome of what a bad, boring, rainy day is like. This is such an unpleasant experience. It's like going to the dentist and they're like, oh, which flavor do you want? Do you want a chocolate chip or vanilla or cherry or sprinkles or bubble gum? And then after they do that, they, like, drill into your teeth and make you scream in terror. You know, like, that's what this fucking movie is like. This is a rainy day of a movie. It's a fucking rainy day, and you look at that ugly-ass color with the blue and it's so gross. It's just so bad. I mean, who thought this shit looked good, and then you open up on this stupid-looking computer-generated crap land? Looks like shit. Anvil. What rhymes with Anvil? Advil? Yeah, you'll fucking need an Advil after you fucking watch this movie. I mean, this town is like Barbie Land, but ugly. And Barbie Land is already kind of ugly in a way. So, I mean, I can't believe I'm watching this movie, by the way, but, like, yeah. There is something I'm curious about, though. There might have been, but was there, like, a Cat in the Hat theme park ride? Because they had that little theme park part in this movie where Mike Myers is advertising it, and I'm going to look it up right now. And here we have the mom. She's not that hot at all. I don't know why Mike Myers got a boner for her. A hat boner. Cat in the Hat theme park ride. Yep, they have one in Florida. When did it start, though? I do like this boss, though. I think he's pretty funny. But it's still really cringeworthy. Like this hand sanitizer BS. I mean, you just got to imagine, like, what would this office have been like in the age of COVID? Oh, 1999, so that was before this movie, so yeah. Because I could see going to a theme park ride for this movie for sure. So here's something kind of weird about this character, is that he says that, like, children, like, it's real, like, children are really gross. I just don't get that at all. Just because he's, like, a clean freak, like, I don't know, like, is it because the kids have messed up the house in the past? Like, that's the only reason I could think. And God, this set design is so ugly. I mean, it's like, honestly, like, Dr. Seuss books looked good. They looked pretty. They looked colorful. And you got this shitty movie, and it's like, ugh. It's like just vomit color all over the screen. Like that scene in The Page Master where all the colors run together. Oh, yeah, it's because of the mess from last time. I can't believe I'm fucking watching this movie. This movie, every single second just makes me cringe. And it almost makes me embarrassed that I'm watching it. Like, even for entertainment's sake. Because, like, I think this will be the last time I ever watch this movie. Unless I want to make somebody else suffer. You know, which actually I would like to. So, scratch that. I will watch this again. And you just gotta think, too, they built all these ugly-ass houses that look the same. None of them have basements. They're all terrible. Nobody wants to live there. The narration is okay. I mean, the narration is like, it is what it is. And now, I really hate this Conrad character. That's another thing. Like, I don't remember... in fact, I'm going to look it up right now. Cat in the Hat Kids book. Or wait, no, that's not the right thing to search. Or is it? Yeah, like Comrade does not look like he looks like in this movie. But the other girl, she looks like she does in the book. That's weird. Did they race swap Comrade? Oh my god, guys. What the hell? What the holy woke hell is this? They race swapped Conrad? What the fuck? Why would they do that? That is so fucked. What the hell? I am outraged. Holy shit. What did they do? What, did Comrade get sent to military school and then she hooks up with another guy who's got like a single dad and he's got this little shit fuck? I mean, what the fuck is this DEI bullshit right here? Holy shit. Why would they do that? How could Dr. Seuss, and this wasn't before this, or when did Dr. Seuss die? Dr. Seuss. When did the great Dr. Seuss die? Oh, he was already dead. So, yeah. So, before they started canceling his works and saying, we're not going to sell certain books because they're quote-unquote racist, even though they're not, apparently they were already fucking up his work and making it woke and bullshit. So, yeah, that's pretty sad. So, let's get back to the movie. Ugh. Just, I hate Comrade. And I hate her too. But she's a little less hateable because she's not really obnoxious like he is. And now, ugh. You know another gross thing, guys? He takes this piece of bread after he stuffed the rest in his pants. Which I don't know. But, like, he eats this plain piece of bread. And I just... Who does that? Who eats a plain piece of bread? Pretends like that's a good snack. And why did he have to mess up the kitchen so badly to put that together? He didn't have to do that. So yeah, I'm actually with the mom in this situation. I mean, he's a little shithead. He let the dog out, the dog ran away. I mean, what a fucktard. Maybe he does need to get race swapped. You know what? Maybe it's time. I mean, fuck Comrade. Now he's blaming his sister for no reason. Like, God, like, he is just the worst. Now she's hateable, too. Because she's like, I hope you're going to ground him. Like, yeah, fuck you, too. So, yeah, fuck both of them. Fuck these kids. Fuck Cat in the Hat. Fuck these people who... Oh, Alec Baldwin. Speaking of fuck nuts. We got the Zionist Alec Baldwin on screen. He is actually... He might be my favorite thing about this movie, though, because he is really funny. He works perfectly in the movie. Even though he's a piece of shit, he's perfect. He's just playing who he is in real life, you know, a piece of shit. Now, the little girl, what's her name? Violet? Sally? She just stated some BS fact about a monarchy or something, and I gotta say, like, that's probably one of my my least favorite, like, kids movie cliches is, like, the little boy or the little girl who knows more than the adults, like, in such, like, an obnoxious way. You know, like, oh, I have to state this random obscure fact in front of you. I have to tell you that you're wrong. I have to correct you. It's like, fuck you. You know, another thing, I want to look it up. Because where's the original book? Like, everything with Alec Baldwin is perfect. He's just hilarious. Every single line he's delivering perfectly. He is the only thing so far about this movie that works and that feels like he knows exactly what's going on. Everything and everyone else is just failure. Yeah, I'm just trying to see, like, I don't think the parents were even around very much in the original book. I really can't remember, though. Because, you know, that's another kind of woke trend is to, in children movies, to have the family have, like, a single mom. But it might have been in the original book. I can't remember, though. One time in elementary school, we had a Dr. Seuss themed breakfast thing where the teacher, she made green eggs and brought in ham. Wasn't very good, you know. I barely even got any because it didn't even look good. Like, she didn't even cook it right. They were hardly seasoned at all. There was salt, but there wasn't any pepper. You know, like, what a failure. It's almost as bad as this movie. Of course, she was a huge bitch. Like, we were having, like, a holiday party. It was supposed to be, like, a really fun thing. And, oh yeah, Clint Howard's perfect, too. I mean, it's just so bizarre, like, Clint Howard being in this Cat in the Hat movie. I feel like, actually, Clint Howard would have been a good Cat in the Hat. You know what I mean? Like, he's a Dr. Seuss type of person. Character. But in the middle of this party, me and two other kids were forced to go to the library and have a tutoring session while all the other kids got to enjoy the party and eat all the bizarre food. So, yeah, she was bad. At least the tutor was a cool girl, a cool person, a cool woman. She was really, really cool, actually. And she was a great tutor, too. I hated the voice that she just did there. Mommy has to go back to the office? That was terrible. I would have said, okay, you're going to redo that line. Please don't do that tone again. That's really weird. That's like she's role-playing or something. Mommy has to go back to the office? Mrs. Kwan is also very good in the movie. I think, like, she's really weird and definitely very Dr. Seuss. But I just feel like, you know, the big problem with this movie is that I just don't feel like the people who made it understand Dr. Seuss. Like, they don't understand, like, what makes his books, like, what makes them good. What does it mean to make, like, a Dr. Seuss movie? To me, it's like they think they should, like, have all this gross color over the top to where it's ugly, and then have all these really obnoxious characters that you don't like. And that's not the case. I feel like this is Dakota Fanning in real life, like, talking about the people she hangs out with, like, I ordered her not to speak to me anymore. And oh yeah, I didn't like that bitch because she was being bossy. Like, I could just imagine her doing that. I do like Comrade's delivery there. I mean, he is able to turn on the serious acting too, and I think that that's what's sad about him is that like they made his character so obnoxious that when he does these little switches to serious where you want to feel sorry for him, it's just not really possible because he's such a dipshit. He's just such a brat, and like I'm sorry, I don't like him. And of course, you have this cringeworthy forced moment where, like, oh, wah, wah, wah. The parent said something to the kid, and the kid said something they both didn't want to say, wah, wah, wah. Like, I hate that. It's so contrived. It's so fake and phony. I mean, Barbie was already a bad movie. This movie is like Barbie for retards. I mean, that's how bad this movie is. I mean, this movie actually makes a good argument for feminism because you'd think like if there was a matriarchy, women wouldn't let this movie be made. Like, yeah, women would never have let this movie be made. Now we have this embarrassing television right here with the Taiwanese parliament where the first couple of seconds you could see that the sound was not matching up with the picture. I mean, that's just pretty embarrassing right there. Like, they couldn't even, like, match the sounds to what's going on the screen. Like, it's really that hard to record some fucking fake fighting sounds. I mean, come on! It's so easy! I mean, I wonder how many times did I watch this movie as a kid? Like twice, 3 times, because I was desperate. Because this movie, I mean, it's just, ugh. I mean, the looks that they have on their faces right now, the kids, that's the look that I have the entire movie. I don't feel for the kids at all because, like, to me, like, how did they even survive before this movie? Like, because this world looks so terrible and so bad that, like, what would you even do to make yourself entertained in this awful world, this Dr. Seuss nightmare world? Oh, you go upstairs and there's like a random cat in the hat. It makes no sense at all. Where did the cat in the hat come from? Why is he just randomly in a room upstairs? That's really creepy to me because it almost implies that he's been living in the house and he's been peeping on them and watching them go to the bathroom and shit. You know, kind of like in that Diary of a Wimpy Kid Christmas special where they had that toy and they were forced to put him in the bathroom with them so that it could watch them and make them behave. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Sorry, guys, my anxiety's a little up as well. It's going to be a little up for a little while, so just get used to it. If I had someone else commentating with me, it wouldn't be so bad, but, you know, I just don't like to have, like, long silences because that's, like, the number one bad thing in a commentary, because why do you watch a commentary? You watch it so you can hear people. You know what would be really funny? Oh, guys. You guys know what would be really funny? It would... Remember Halloween Ends? That hilariously bad movie where the babysitter goes upstairs and the kid is hiding or whatever, and then he comes out and scares him, and then the kid falls down the stairs and dies, which was really hilarious. It would be really funny to edit this scene to where it looks like Mike Myers scares them and then they fall down the stairs and die together. That'd be really funny. Yeah, like, and this suit looks terrible. It's so bad. It just, ugh. I mean, you guys thought that original Sonic the Hedgehog was bad. I think that this is worse. Like, I'm all for, like, practical effects and everything, but if this is what a practical Cat in the Hat looks like, I mean, it isn't that hard to do Cat in the Hat. Come on, like, Cat in the Hat. Real life. I mean, let's look, because I guarantee there's... Oh, cosplay. Look up cosplays. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, people have done it... Oh, yeah, that looks good. That looks cool. That's like a horror one. Yeah, I mean, it's not hard. Oh, there's this mom with her kids. She did a cosplay. She did a pretty good job. You know, like, it's... Just do that. You know, like, don't make it that difficult. Oh, this one looks really good. This guy... I'm going to actually save this picture because he did a fantastic job. He didn't go too over the top. And he's doing some kind of a reading for children. He looks really, really good. If they had just done that for this movie, it would have been so much better. Yeah. It was a terrible idea to make this movie. Probably a terrible idea to commentate over it, too. Because everything involved with this movie turns to shit. Except for Nostalgia Critic did a pretty good video on it, which... Or wait, no, did he? No. Double Toasted did. So let's get back to this bad movie. We're only 17 minutes in. And the movie is even acknowledging that it looks creepy. That's another thing. Like, the kids go and run and hide in the closet. It's like... This could easily be a horror movie, and it would have been so much better. Mike Myers is not funny in this movie, which is really sad because he is a really good comedic actor. So, that's another thing, by the way, that I don't like too. Is like a movie where you have a really talented comedic actor and they're just terrible and they do a terrible job. Because it's really depressing. It's like, wow, they were really off or they had the wrong idea. You know, it just totally turns you off. Kind of like how, you know, Don Knotts did all those bad movies that nobody liked. I wonder, too, like, what do you guys think about Cat in the Hat not rhyming? Because that's kind of the whole point of Dr. Seuss is that it rhymes. Like, if I made a Dr. Seuss movie, you better be damn sure I would make the characters rhyme. Every damn fucking word they say. Oh, what rhymes with damn? Ran, ram, cram, spam, ran, dam, as in the beaver dam. Like, it's not that hard. God, this is so bad. And now Cat in the Hat skates down the stairs. This is cringeworthy. Ugh. Just everything about this movie is dated. And that's another thing, too. Dr. Seuss stories are not dated at all. They are timeless. Now, here's the boner joke. Terrible joke. Because they don't make her look sexy. You know, like, she just looks like normal. You know, she looks like a working mom character. They don't go out of their way to make her look sexy to the point of where you'd have Cat in the Hat getting a hat boner. It was a good idea, though. Like, it was not well executed with everything else in the movie that they already had going. This is a good joke, I guess. All the stuff with Quan. I did laugh at that joke as a kid, too. You pay this woman to sit on babies. It's such a stupid joke. And you think, too, you could have made a Cat in the Hat movie where the cat is not a dipshit. You know, like, when I read Cat in the Hat, I didn't assume, like, oh, wow, that character is a bumbling fool. But this character, you know, he is just so over the top and stupid. It doesn't make sense at all. I do like this phonometer thing, though. Phonometer, yeah. I think that's a good idea, actually. And sorry, guys, I'm going to take a second here to, I need to reply to an actor. So you guys know how I filmed with those two actresses in February? Well, for some reason, you know, I contacted them like in March asking about doing reshoots because I was not happy with the background and the footage for 2 of the 3 scenes. And they still have not gotten back to me. And so I'm replacing them. So there's going to be a silence here, and it's because I'm replying to that actress. One of them. One of them looks like Mila Kunis, and the other one looks like Zendaya. So I guess they're also getting race swapped. It's pretty funny. And I hate Mike Myers' his laugh, too. The I mean, how do you even do it? It's so fake and phony and bad. I'm still replying, guys. And this song, too, is terrible. That's another thing I hated, too, like in movies where they didn't advertise themselves as musicals, and then all of a sudden they'd have a terrible musical number like this. It pissed me off so badly. Ugh. It's still going, too. It's still going. Oh. Oh. I mean, there are bad movies that are like guilty pleasures. Like because I was starting to make a list because I wanted to do like a top 10 guilty pleasure movie video, and I'm gonna share with you guys right now. Since I feel bad for you having to wait while I'm being silent, which is a big commentary no. I paused on this really cringeworthy shot of a doctor or a cat in the hat with his melon ass or whatever. Like, that's bizarre. I don't know why they put that joke there. It's not funny. I mean, because when you think about watermelons, you think about boobs. You don't think about asses. So that joke totally is like falls flat on its face. I mean, Mike Myers was in Austin Powers. They called them melons. Okay? Like, they had that whole melons joke. You'd think that he would be smart enough to go, okay, we know we only do that for the boobs. Okay, so Wonder Woman 84, definitely. Especially because Pedro Pascal, his performance is like actually like Oscar worthy. And it's trapped in this terribly bad movie. The Amazing Spider-Man 2, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and Tim Burton Dark Shadows. So those are the 4 I got going on so far. But this movie is so bad, you can't even take any pleasure out of watching this movie. Any guilty pleasure. And this this fish looks terrible too. Because you think about if they made like a live action American Dad movie, that's probably what it would look like. You know, Klaus, the fish. Yeah. Ugh. I mean, what is the message of this movie, too? There was a message in the book. I don't remember it, but I know for sure Dr. Seuss, he wanted to give a good message to children. You know, the dipshits who made this movie didn't have any message that they wanted to give to children. Okay. I need to finish replying. Dang it! I like that they have to sign a contract in order to have fun with the Cat in the Hat, because you think about all the implications of that. You think about, like, his Cat in the Hat had fun, quote unquote, with children before, and he's gotten into legal trouble. Like, it's just so bizarre. And to think, too, this is a kid's movie. As a kid, like, I didn't think this was funny. I didn't get what was going on. As an adult, I'm just kind of scratching my head because I feel like this was dumb. Ugh. And I still haven't finished my damn reply. I take so long to do things sometimes. That's what she said. Yeah. Yeah. You know what I would rate this movie in terms of food? Remember that shitty Office episode where Todd Packer poisons all those cupcakes and gives it to people in the office, and then they all get sick? That's what this movie's like. There we go. I replied, finally. Finally. It took me over 20 minutes to reply. It's pretty bad. This whole plumber joke is bizarre as well. I don't get that. I don't get what he's doing, too. Like, is he, enforcing, or, reinforcing the couch to, what is he doing? And I gotta say something else, guys. I know this is gonna be a very, very hot take, but The Love Guru is a million times better than this movie. Mike Myers' contract not his contract, but his career deserved to plummet after Cat in the Hat, not after The Love Guru. I didn't think Love Guru was that bad. I thought it was kind of funny. I was a kid when I saw it, but and this is really weird with this flashback because they're imagining the boss saying you're fired. That doesn't make sense at all. Oh, did you see that? The toilet paper is pink. Ew. Wow, this is so fun jumping up and down on a fucking couch. Why don't you guys... Why doesn't Cat in the Hat just get a trampoline and put it in the backyard? Trampolines are fun. Why don't you just play on a trampoline? And why is the neighbor allowed to go into their house without the mom being there? That's really creepy. I would never do something like that. That's really freaking me out. But again, he is perfect. In fact, he could have been Cat in the Hat. What if he was both? What if he pulled off like a Mike Myers type of thing, where he played the shitty neighbor and Cat in the Hat? He could have done that. I mean, you got to admire this guy too, because he didn't ask the mom to make him a sandwich. He made his own damn sandwich. He made it in 2 seconds. Yeah. All the memories of hate watching this are flooding back. Yeah, do get out of here, because he's probably, like, wanting to do something with them. But then again, Cat in the Hat probably does too, so it's really kind of like... I do think the cupcake part is funny, though. This whole skit, at least from what I remember, I thought this was funny, but now it's just kind of cringeworthy. The hard cupcake work. Yeah, this part is pretty funny. This is actually something that happened for me. I don't think necessarily that I do terribly working with other actors, like on screen. I do a pretty good job. But for some reason, I find it really, really easy and almost like fun to act with myself. You know, because I know exactly what I did physically, like I can feel it. And so there was this time where I shot this entire scene all the way through, both characters, both takes, and the way that we interacted with each other was just like perfect. And that's what I'm getting here with Mike Myers, and then also Mike Myers here. I'm having hot dogs tonight. I'm not excited. I kind of like to make these cupcakes, because I wonder if there's like a recipe. There's always a recipe. Let's see. Oh no, they have like real ones that are actually good. They have these ones that are in these like ice cream cones, and I actually made those when I was in first grade. You had to bring on your birthday like a treat for everyone, and I made these really delicious like ice cream cone things that were really, really good. They don't have any so far. They don't have any gross like purple cupcakes. Oh, here they do. Yeah. I'd like to make that. Now here's like another legal joke. Weird. That's another way that you can tell that they did not know what they were doing, is that in Cat in the Hat, we have like now like 2 or 3 legal jokes, like as if that's what made Dr. Seuss books good. And if kids are going to find that funny... I like this too. I like the little girl pulling his tie and threatening him. Like, I really like that. That's funny. Sally. Why do I keep forgetting her name? Because I just want to call her Dakota Fanning. Oh, this is weird. Oh! I forgot, like, why would he do this? Like, Cat in the Hat has like, magical powers and shit. That's such, like, a cliche, too. Like, there's, like, a special piece of clothing that gets, like, dirtied up and everything, when the other character is away or whatever. Ugh. I think actually the Things might be even worse. Like, Thing 1 and Thing 2. And he's rhyming here. Why is he rhyming after he said that he is not able to rhyme? That makes no sense at all. It's so dumb. Yeah, these things are so obnoxious. They look terrible. I'd like to make a horror Cat in the Hat. Or no, like a comedy. Like, the kids have all grown up. And they have kids. No, actually, that's not a good idea. I don't know. I want there to be a good Cat in the Hat movie. Not this crap. Another thing about this red trunk here, it kind of reminded me, I had like a red wooden trunk as a kid. I still have it. And we would keep all the Legos in it and stuff. So that's what it reminds me of. And this movie's almost half over, too. That Philippines joke was bizarre, too. Like, yeah, it was made in the Philippines, but not this Philippines. Like, I don't get that joke. And honestly, the couch doesn't look that bad because it just looks like all the other shit in the house. You know, ugly and terrible, gross. If it's so easy to shake the stains out of these, then why don't they just take those outside and shake them outside? It is really convenient, by the way. Usually, they only have one big net in a house. You know, like, but these kids just so happen to have two nets that would be able to catch these guys. And now, the things are just causing damage randomly. I don't know what is going on here. And this is just so weird, like, Cat in the Hat is just standing there doing nothing. Comrade wants to get into this trunk for no reason at all. I mean, what is going on here? Like, it's just random shit now. It is like they have totally lost the plot. But if they always do the opposite, then why doesn't Cat in the Hat just tell them to do the opposite? And why do... You know what I mean? Like this makes no sense at all. What are they doing? Throwing the dog out the window? That's not a funny joke at all. That's animal abuse. Kojak. Why did he call him Kojak? I know that's like a reference, but like... He's a detective. That makes no sense at all. Why did he call that kid Kojak? That's so bizarre. No, we gotta go on the stupid CGI adventure. I like the music here, the organ music. That's a funny joke, I guess. So there are like a handful of jokes that are actually funny in this movie. I hate to admit it, but it's still terrible. I am enjoying myself, though. A lot. Oh, God. Oh. Oh, God. Alec Baldwin doing this belly button thing. I don't know. I used to watch this when I was a kid. I had such a hard time watching this. I would be eating lunch, like a PB&J sandwich with some chips or something. That was like a lunch for me back then. And I would watch the scene and just be so grossed out, I couldn't even eat. I can't. Oh, okay, I can't watch this. I mean, see what I mean, guys? Remember when I was talking about Two Girls, One Cup? And it's so easy to watch that, but it's so hard to watch this when it's fake. Like, it is so hard. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, I'm closing my eyes. Oh! No! No, we gotta go get Nevins first. But wait, they gotta do the stupid CGI adventure. That's another big pet peeve of mine of like kids movies, like really bad kids movies, where like, oh, we got to go on the big CGI adventure, because like I prefer it like in a kids movie if they just have like a normal adventure, you know, like Problem Child 2 and shit. Little Monsters, that movie's really fun. This fish is terrible. It is so bad. I think the fish actually looks worse than Cat in the Hat. And I remember that horrible joke being in the trailer. It's too much, and then would you like to go back in the toilet? That trailer would play like over and over and over again, along with the Haunted Mansion trailer. That's another bad movie, the original Haunted Mansion, but that was better than that crappy remake they made last year. Oh, here's a great line. The Dirty Hill line. I can't wait. Yeah! This is the first time in such a long time I've actually watched this whole movie. Oh, I'm excited for this part, the birthday thing. I only ever got invited to two birthday parties after elementary school, and I went to one of them, and the other one I was ill, couldn't go. Birthday parties were fun. Those were so much more fun than like just like hanging out. Like going to a birthday party was a really fun thing to do back then as a kid. I never went to a girl's birthday though, like Beaver Cleaver. Oh yeah. This kid looks perfect for like a Dr. Seuss movie. Hits him in the nuts. That was a big thing they did back then too. Every movie you got to have the character get hit in the nuts. But it is just so funny. And I've told you guys before, I got hit in the balls twice. It is awful. It is the most horrifying experience of all time. So, I don't blame Cat in the Hat for wanting to murder this kid. This little fucker. If I was that kid too, I would be like the happiest like grown-up person, because I could always just say, I got to hit the bad Cat in the Hat in the balls. Even though it was pretend, I got to do that, and you guys know, after you saw that bad movie, you wanted to do that too. I feel like Mrs. Kwan, they they put her in the closet, and they just do not know what to do with her. And God, this CGI of the pink goo looks terrible. Oh my God. That is some of the ugliest computer generation I have ever seen. Search and destroy. That was a good joke. But the CGI looks terrible here too. Actually, this movie's starting to turn around on me. It's now starting to be a little bit better than I remember in some case. Maybe it's just because I haven't seen it in a while, but like, it's still bad. I do like that the villain is Alec Baldwin because that is very on par. I mean, he got away with it in real life, but in this movie at least he doesn't get away with it. I think what I'm really not looking forward to is the sad part. There's going to be that part in this movie where all of a sudden, like, oh no, we have to learn a lesson, so everything's really sad. The sad period. Because I remember the sad period in this movie. It's so bad. It's so dumb. Sorry, guys, just don't know what to say about this. We're gonna have a car chase scene here. His obsession with wanting to send away Comrade is really weird, too. Oh. So they have Taco Bell in this world? like of all things, like, I'm sorry. I am so sorry, guys, but Dr. Seuss would not have Taco Bell in his world. At all. He'd have Frisch's Big Boy, if anything. Frisch's Big Boy is the ultimate Dr. Seuss restaurant. I just don't get this Cat in the Hat character. Is he smart and he's trying to teach them something? Is he just a huge idiot? Like, what is he? His character makes no sense at all. I think that's another issue. I mean, see what I mean? Like, he just pulled the brake out. Why would he do that? Really weird. God, this movie's like a nightmare. Rhode Island license plate? Like, wow, that's such a funny joke. Oh my God. I wish I could clap right now. Wow. That is so genius. Wait. I see a Rhode Island license plate all the time where I live. So that joke isn't funny. And it wasn't funny to me as a kid either. Why would he take the dog to the office? That's dumb, too. So he did that on purpose. He messed up the house on purpose. That makes no sense at all. I mean, see, this is just so nonsensical. Maybe the big problem with the movie is the people who made it, they didn't know if, like, is Cat in the Hat a dumbass, or is he some kind of a smart, wise cat? Like, there's no, it's like they're trying to have it both ways, you know? Or is he like a psychopath? I like this little gag that he's doing, pretending to have him sign this petition, and he's like an activist or something. Canine American. I like the big pen. I wonder if they still have that pen. What do you guys think? It obviously doesn't actually sign. It doesn't have ink in it. But I think that would be like a really fun movie prop to have. Now they're having like a Cat in the Hat theme party underground. I don't know what's up with that. Does that mean that all these people know Cat in the Hat? Like, what does that mean? Is that Paris Hilton? Ew. I think that is. This movie loses 1,000 points. 1,000 points deducted from Gryffindor. You know, this movie loses fucking 1,000 points for having Paris Hilton in it. I mean, seriously? Ew. I mean, are you serious? Are you serious? Why would they have her, of all people, have, like, Dr. Seuss's relative in it, you know? But as I was saying, having a Cat in the Hat theme party makes no sense, because that would imply that all these people know who he is. So that means, like, when he went down there, he should have been treated like a celebrity. But then you question, how do they all know who he is? Oh, she wasn't Cat in the Hat. Ugh. How embarrassing. I will say, the House of Wax movie, we were pretty harsh to it during commentary, but that was a really good movie. That House of Wax remake. That is a genuinely good horror movie. I would highly recommend the House of Wax remake. I give it like a 4 out of 5. Boom. And so I just like to say, like, it has been like 30 minutes and these dipshit kids have just now figured out that they should use the things to their advantage and tell them to do the opposite of what they want. Like, that is how dumb these kids are. That's another thing that I don't like in kids' movies, when you make the kids so dumb. How'd you get so smart? They're idiots. They should have done this 35 minutes ago. God, this computer generation is, oh God, it's so bad. Oh, wow. I mean, the computer generation in Spy Kids looks better than this. And Spy Kids, the Spy Kids movies were pretty good, actually. I never saw the fourth one, and I'm not watching any other ones, but I like the first 3 Spy Kids, kinda. The first 2 especially. The third one was kind of meh. I was really excited for the third one, though. Like, they were, like, putting toys in McDonald's, and I was really excited, getting all the toys, and just, That was a good time. That was a good time in the world. Now there's another joke about her being hot. I don't understand. I like this joke. He's eating her registration. Like, what the hell? Why is he doing that? Alec Baldwin pulling an Alec Baldwin and stealing the police motorcycle. Thank God this movie's almost over. The mother of all messes. Yeah, like, this could have been a really funny moment, too, if Alec Baldwin was the Cat in the Hat and the character he's playing. And once again, too, his character is supposed to be really scary and frightening. Uh-oh. Why did they keep saying Judas Priest instead of Jesus Christ? Is the filmmaker like some weird uptight Christian person who can't say that in a movie? Like, seriously? That's fucking gay. This looks awful. I hate this with a passion. I don't like this part of the movie at all. It is so ugly. Yeah. We're going to ride Mrs. Kwan. That's a joke that aged just like how this movie is aged. Yeah. I know that this was such a random movie for me to watch too. Like, it's honestly because of another video that we've been doing, and I was kind of in the mood to watch this movie because I was thinking about Dakota Fanning. And this world makes no sense too. Like, honestly, like, thinking about, like, what if you got to see, like, where Cat in the Hat actually came from? That sounds like a really fun idea. And to have this, like, like, a toilet in the middle of this, like, floating abyss thing, like, where, like, it makes no sense. How is the toilet functioning? Why is there fire coming out of it? It's so dumb. It's so bad. Such missed potential. Such a wasted opportunity. Now we have this, like, roller coaster joke. That is the most cringeworthy joke of the whole movie. That Universal Studios joke. I would like to know, how is the Mummy ride? Because I really love that Mummy movie. I never went to Universal or Disney or anything, so it would be really fun to know, like, what that ride was like. I'm going to look that up. The Mummy movie ride. Is it closed? Oh, that's terrible. Oh, it went through a refurbishment? Oh, cool, it's back. That's cool. I'd like to see what that looks like, so I'm going to watch that after this movie's over. I'm really looking forward to that. And now here comes the sad period. It's like, yeah, boo-hoo. The house is a mess. Even though this Cat in the Hat has magical fucking powers, this whole conflict with the trunk was the dumbest idea they could have come up with. Like, just this is the worst. I changed my mind. This movie is bad. Like, wah, wah, wah. Cat in the Hat ruined everything and just everything's terrible. It's like, why don't they just, like, ask Cat in the Hat, can you fix this? Because, like, he has powers. He knows what to do. I mean, he came from a magical fairy tale world. He should be able to solve this problem in no time. But instead they have this unnecessary sad period where they pretend like, wah, 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 everything's terrible. I hate this part so bad. It is so forced and contrived. Yeah. And now, once again, he's playing the idiot character. Just complete idiot. He planned the whole day. And you know another thing too? It's almost like the movie makers just had the Cat in the Hat say he planned the whole day. It's almost like the writers are trying to take the blame off of themselves and put it all on this character they created. And it's like, no. Canadian doubles. What does that mean? What is Canadian doubles? I need to look that up. Interesting. Watching like a game of Canadian doubles sounds like more fun than watching this entire movie. Especially if the tennis players look like the babes in these Google images. Again, this is just so cringeworthy. This whole sad period. Wah, 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 wah. Cat in the Hat walks outside with the sad music and just... It's just so dumb. It's almost like the filmmakers feel like, since this is a kid's movie, they have to have it feel like there's consequences. They have to make it feel like the kids are like, they have to learn something and they have to be sad. But they don't have to be sad. Like, you don't have to be sad to learn a lesson. Yeah, why don't you go upstairs? There is no upstairs anymore. I guess that's the lesson. You should share the blame if you make a mess. I don't know. Yeah, here we go. That sad period ended in like 2 seconds. He said that they could have fun without any consequences. That means any consequences. Yeah, he's mentioning it right now. Concrete. How of the Because they were sad for like 2 seconds, they learned their lesson? See, that's what I mean. This is just totally contrived, like, fake, phony filmmaker bullshit. Like, oh, look, they learned their lesson because they were sad for 2 minutes. Like, yeah. Like, no, that's not how that works. It takes a while to learn a lesson. That's why manifesting doesn't just take 2 seconds unless you've gotten to the point where it just takes 2 seconds. You know, it takes a long time, or it takes as long as it needs to take for it naturally to work out. Like, something that I manifested last month has just now came true today. Well, it's starting to come true, so it's like, yeah, it took a whole fucking month. I hate this music, too. This music is bad. And you know what else, too? Wouldn't the kids have had so much more fun if the Cat in the Hat told them he would have been able to fix everything magically in 2 seconds? Or actually, why didn't the kids learn themselves? Why didn't they realize that that he's magical and so he could just fix everything no matter what happened? Like, that was blatantly obvious to me. I hate this music. It's so bad. I just can't believe I watched this movie. It's kind of embarrassing. Like, hey, Marco, what'd you do on your Friday? Is it Friday? Yeah. What'd you do on your Friday? Oh, I watched Cat in the Hat for my YouTube channel. Like, oh, fuck me. That sounds terrible. At least the movie's almost over. Ugh. Ugh. Really? This day has been amazing? Bullshit. If I were those kids, I would be like, you know what? Screw you, get out. Like, you know, you fixed everything, but you're an obnoxious, dumb, stupid fuck. The fun that you like to have is just a bunch of bullshit. How long does the cat live in real life, too? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what is the purpose of the cat? Like, is the cat assigned to these kids? Like in, oh God. Alec Baldwin is still the best thing about this movie, by the way. Huh. I don't understand, too. I don't understand what she ever saw in this guy. Like, I know that, there's a big problem with the dating world nowadays. But, I don't know what this successful woman saw in this guy here. This character. Lawrence. And this is cringeworthy too. This whole movie is just like one long cringe session. In fact, I think it would be really funny, and you could take this idea and if you know what to do, make it happen. Get all the cast members from the original movie. This movie, there is no remake. Why did I say original? Get all the cast members together on Zoom and put this movie on. And every time someone cringes, they have to do something. It doesn't necessarily be drinking, probably, because they probably die. But you have to take a bite of some nasty food. You have to do something. I don't know, because I feel like that would be the funniest shit ever, watching these people from this movie have to suffer through what they created. It's like once Dr. Frankenstein created the monster, he had to accept the consequences of his actions. Mrs. Kwan's character, I feel like, was underutilized. I don't know why she has just slept the whole movie. I hate the fish. What? I don't understand. Did they just serve cupcakes with all that shit the Cat in the Hat put in them? That is really, really weird. I mean, that is some weird shit that they did in the ending right there. What a weird way to end the movie. And again, what is it with this jumping on the couch? Get a trampoline! You're a successful real estate woman. Go buy a fucking trampoline, you cheap whore. And this music is bad too. Ooh, this music is terrible. This movie has had some bad music too. Really bad. Oh. So he has a schedule. He has some kind of schedule where he has to, oh God, thank God it's over. He has some kind of schedule where he has to go to different kids around the world and fuck shit up for them so that they learn a lesson. AKA, they just have to be sad for 2 minutes. So anyways, that was my commentary for The Cat in the Hat. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I kind of did, but it was kind of bad, so I kind of didn't enjoy it. But, it was either that or I was going to watch it anyway. So I just decided to watch it while I was doing something, to make it more productive. So anyways, please like this video and comment and tell me what you think of the shitty Cat in the Hat movie. And then also, please subscribe to our channel if you'd like to see more videos like this. Bye, everybody. See you soon.